Jeff, the time has come to bear witness
Bear witness.
to the witness.
Okay.
Let's play the witness.
All right. I am playing the witness.
You are playing the witness.
For the very first time.
Yes, you're sitting down. Yes, this is it's the beginning of our 80-hour long.
Nope.
Okay. No. Yeah, I've been playing a shitload of this game for the last 6 days or so.
Okay, I'm hitting X.
Yeah, I thought I would have you sit down and mess with it to begin with, rather than me just like running around whipping through a bunch of puzzles I already know how to solve. So this is the witness. Like, what you just did is the most simplified, is like literally a straight line. Shortest point or shortest distance between 2 points.
Okay, this one, I don't know.
This is a little tougher. They're really ramping up the complexity.
Okay, am I done?
No.
Is this it?
Nope.
This is, oh.
Nope.
Okay, let's try that. It's glowing.
Oh, got it.
Yay!
Hooray. Yeah, the Witness is entirely a game built around puzzles exactly like that, but
also this big world.
Well, yes, there's also that. I mean, the world is what houses the puzzles. But the puzzles are 100% how you interact with this game.
Okay.
Which is not as simplistic as it sounds.
So basically, I'm walking around, and there are panels like this that have puzzles on them. I solve the puzzles to get places.
But yes, in the most reductive of terms, that is the Witness.
Okay. I'm getting a sense that I want to go through this area.
Yes. Yeah. So the cables coming out of things are a kind of a primary thing to pay attention to.
So I'm guessing there are going to be 3 puzzles I need to solve to get through this.
That's a good guess. It's not a Star Trek force field. You can safely touch it.
Okay.
Without getting zapped.
Well, wait. Okay. So these cables go all over the place then. All right. Well, here's a puzzle. Let's solve it.
All right.
That seems like are there any puzzles you don't want to solve?
If you got a puzzle, yo, I'll solve it.
Yes. I'm gonna do this.
Not that I know of, but there's a lot I don't know about this game, and I'm pretty close to finishing it at this point.
So wait, was that not one of the 3?
Actually, it was not. So
what?
Did you notice that what changed when you solved that?
It lit up, so I can trace this back to wherever it's going.
There you go.
Figure something out here. Oh.
Yep.
What?
There you go.
So was this not lit up until I did that?
Yeah, no. The one you just solved was the only one that's lit up in this courtyard until you did that. So,
okay.
I mean, that's something you learn. You know,
Yeah,
you're learning it right now. This is basically the tutorial area. But yeah, connecting, solving puzzles to kind of activate the next puzzle is a primary conceit in this game.
Easy.
Pretty basic to begin with, but like they ramp the complexity up very quickly, and it goes to places that are.
This one.
Yeah.
It's like the Sega Master System BIOS all over again. Okay, so it's always this little nub here that I want to get to?
That's kind of the visual language, yeah. The big bulb at the end, or at the beginning, is where you start, and that little rounded thing is always where you end.
I do like mazes.
Mazes are cool.
Just start at the end and work your way backwards. That's my hot maze tip.
Yeah, that's an effective tip. It's exactly what I did on that puzzle the first time I tried it.
Okay, so now this is going over to that. So we have one of them.
Yep.
But there are more.
Yeah.
Okay,
indeed.
let's trace this cable back to something. I can run, right? This is it L2?
Yeah, L2. This is the PS4 version. Pretty generous run, yeah.
Okay, good.
Although I found myself not running at all for at least the first dozen hours of this game because it is fucking gorgeous. Like, it's incredible. Like, just the range, the variety of environments in this, like just the really sharp looking.
Okay, so this one has 2 balls. Does that mean I can start from either one? I guess so.
That can mean different things. That can mean a lot of different things, actually.
Well, great.
In this case, I think you can just pick.
We'll pick this one. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think you picked well.
All right.
But there are tons of puzzles with multiple starting points, and that can mean, like I said, depending on the rule set in play, that can mean a lot of different things. You could try solving that, actually. There's kind of one of the many, many, many interesting things about the way the puzzles work in this game.
Oh, I can go under this?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right? It's like these things are presented as like screens, as electronic puzzles, but real world objects obstruct your puzzle solving juice.
Got it. Puzzle solving juice.
Yep.
So I'm really only hitting L2 to run, X to activate. Oh, I can just do it wherever.
Yep. So that's something that
all right. Well,
another reviewer I talked to said that they didn't figure that out for several hours. Like, it's not something they
that you could just kind of do this.
Yeah, they never ask you or force you to do that, but you can, and like that might matter at certain points.
Gotcha. Wait. Is this where I came in?
Yeah, that's the
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a weird game to show off, and this is why I wanted you to play it, because
because otherwise you're just walking through, just going boom, 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 boom.
But it's actually, it goes way deeper than that.
What?
It goes way deeper than that.
We go.
I'll let you solve this.
This way.
So you know, this is a case of 2 different exits, and it should be pretty obvious what your choice of exit is going to affect here.
Oh, right. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Shit. I hadn't even. Well, let's go get this one, I guess.
Okay.
I heard a door open.
Yeah. So that might be the one you needed, or it might be the other one.
Well, it's not. This is not the one that opens the gate thing.
Yeah,
this did something else.
Yeah, you're right. It did something you can't even access right now.
Oh well. Okay. Then I will stop. I was gonna go look around over here for some kind of door, but if you're telling me I can't access it,
you have to. I'm just gonna get out of this.
I have to get the double jump. Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Is there any kind of mechanic? Is there any mechanic changes like that? Like,
nope. Okay. Nothing at all. Movement is very simple. Like, you can't even walk off ledges. Like, a ledge more than, say, 2 feet high. The game just kind of invisible walls you up there. So your like movement options and interactions with the environment are super limited.
So I can't.
So to redo a puzzle, you just start at the beginning again.
No. Well. All right then. Wait. So I go from then that goes back this way, and so I'm going here, 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 here. Going past this one. Down. Wait. Yeah. Oh, and this one. Oh, okay. Never mind. That one did turn off. That's showing you that at the very beginning of the game is one of those things that you're like, man, this game is obviously going to be complex.
I can't even begin to tell you how complex this game gets. Like, holy fuck.
But like,
I'm so excited for people to start playing and discovering how much is in this game.
This one's easy.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead. I think that one you can solve anyway. It's not 100% consistent though, because some puzzles can only be solved a certain way, even if there are like 24 valid paths to the exit. You have to solve a very specific path for it to work, but not always. Like the range of rule sets that apply to a given puzzle can be immense. Like, there are so many different things to learn, and the game never goes out of its way to tell you any of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's up to you to learn the rules and then even to figure out which rules are in play at a given time.
Is this where that door would have been?
Kind of.
So since that puzzle's solved, I could go back and solve this one the other way.
Yes.
And then maybe think about doing whatever it wants me to really do.
Oh wow, I never went up here before. Somebody's hanging out.
Yeah. Okay.
Just having a nice cocktail.
Can I walk off these ledges?
No.
That's almost frustrating. Because if I wanted to redo that puzzle now,
you
thinking I have to walk all the way back around,
you're right. There is some backtracking involved. There are a couple of kind of baffling decisions in this game in terms of things like that.
Well. Okay, so I guess I'm up here now.
Yeah, you do have to backtrack.
Hey,
it's you.
I'm a person.
Just wave for the nice people.
That's not really doing anything.
Or is it?
Oh man, is this that kind of game where there's
it is 1,000% that kind of game.
Or it's like you're not exactly sure what affects what, and you just kind of have to.
Like I can't even tell.
Yeah, like I really wish that I could just like take off of here and. Well, I mean, I guess I could do this.
You totally could, actually.
That's not
pretty much. If you can line up the cursor on the thing, you can solve the puzzle. That's true.
And that didn't unsolve the other direction. I guess.
And like playing with perspective is one of the zillion different things this game does to like turn things on its head. But it's tough. Like, I can't sit here and just rattle off examples because that would kind of ruin the game.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
here's a fucking hole.
What? I've never even noticed this before.
You were all like, I'm just gonna stick to the road.
I mean, that's kind of how I started it off, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, you should walk up to that thing and take a look at it. Like, this was the very first example of, like, okay, here's an early puzzle. I want to solve this. Oh, wait, what? I can't. Because there are, in this case, for instance, there are two different sets of rules that you will learn about what these things mean and how to solve it.
There, solved.
Yep.
No? Oh.
You made it. Oh, no.
Yeah. That makes sense. Show you something to intrigue you very early on, so you have something to come back to.
And that one pretty quickly becomes clear. Like, you don't have to get too deep into the game before you learn what those shapes mean.
Okay.
But absolutely none of it is spelled out, like, in any way at all. It's up to you to just look at things and try things and figure it all out, which is great. Like, it's incredibly satisfying.
Well, let's just keep going. I feel like this is the area you played when we went to Sony and saw this game, like
the PS4 launch.
Right. Yes.
Right
around
over 2 years ago at this point. And that was the last time I saw or played or looked at this game. Like, I played it for 5 minutes there, and I was like, "Yep, I'm in. I don't want to see this again until it's out."
No. Okay. Okay. Those things blinked, so I'm gonna think that maybe I have to hit them. That's my guess.
That was a good guess.
It's an S. I've fucked up.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything. You can just hit circle and start over.
That's another letter.
So you can use the right stick to actually just, like, once you kind of quote unquote activate a puzzle, like if you hit X right now on that one, like you just hit right stick and flick between puzzles when you're in that kind of interaction.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, so... All right. Nope, that's not going to work. All right. Okay.
Boom.
Okay. Now we're thinking with portals. Go on. Oh man. So we can start here or
yeah. So they start throwing stuff like this in there.
I'm just gonna start going
Yep.
and puzzle it out.
Yeah. It's.
Nope, can't do that.
I'd maybe go.
Can't
right.
do that.
Yeah, I would probably go right at the beginning. Oh wait, no, there's a dot up there.
There's a dot
I
up
totally
there,
forgot about that one. I would start at the other side. Yep. Nope.
No. No. No.
Nope. Because you can never cross.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like Snake that way.
That's not gonna work.
Just go up and around. I think it should be.
Up and around this way?
No, if you go left. No, go back down
Down here?
to the first junction.
Oh, okay.
Like, then go left and then up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep,
just
yeah.
circle around, You can hold R here too, or R1 rather. R2, sorry, to speed the thing up.
Why is it R2 here but L2 when
I know,
you're
right?
out in the
It's
world?
weird.
What the hell? Like, that's insane.
It's weird.
Like a maniac would do that. Why? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Jonathan Blow may well be a maniac.
Okay.
That's who made this game, by the way.
Right, yes.
If anybody had forgotten. I don't want to talk over your puzzle solving because that sucks. But there's something worth mentioning there. Nope.
Nope.
You almost had it. Oh, you almost had it. Just backed up a couple turns.
Right, yeah, okay, yep. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, grr, yes.
I mean, obviously, I'm at an immense advantage here because I've been playing this game nonstop for the last week.
Right. Yeah. That's yeah.
But also, again, like they layer so many more concepts on top of what you're doing now.
That this stuff you're just like whatever.
This is literal child's play compared to like some of the stuff in this game. You will like,
What the fuck did that just do?
that one didn't. Occasionally,
I
yes.
heard a bump.
Yes,
somewhere.
occasionally you'll hit one of these that doesn't really do. I don't even know if this actually did anything. It might have.
Oh, maybe that bump might have just been me walking on the surface.
I don't think this one actually does anything. I think this was the first example of me going like, okay, now what? Why? But you quickly come to realize a lot of these things are here as tutorials. Like this is your chance to kind of get your feet wet with some new rule set.
Okay, so these are the things from.
Yep.
Oh, so this is literally a tutorial. This is like.
Yeah, that's what these things are.
So I'm guessing what this is these can't be together.
That's it.
The white and the black.
Also a good guess.
What message does that send?
There's a rumination on the duality of mind and body. I don't know. Keep playing the game. Maybe they'll address that question. Maybe not. I'm still waiting to find out. Yeah, so pretty simple concepts here early on. But they start getting more complicated, and then they start being combined together, and then it gets wild relatively quickly. Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, you're not going to have room to do what I...
Does the...
You're on the right track, you just don't quite have enough room to do it that way. But you went a different way with it.
Well, no. Well... I get the feeling this will tell me one of the last pieces of important information about this style of puzzle. Or maybe not. I guess so. Well, I guess the white ones and the black ones, they don't all have to be in the same.
No, they just can't be touching.
They just can't be touching each other.
But that's one of the zillion things you have to just kind of intuit about the way things work in this game.
Mm-hmm. Let's try that. And then that.
I think this is one of the frequent tricks they pull of showing you the same layout multiple times,
right,
but with things just slightly tweaked to kind of emphasize, like, here's what you can get away with, here's how you can kind of min-max these things. No. It's not going to work.
No.
Almost. If you back it up a little bit, you should be fine. Yes. Wait, I think. No. Hang on.
Well, if they can't be just... Oh, no, that wouldn't work.
Although, don't forget, you don't have to section the white ones off as long as nothing is touching.
Okay.
You can kind of invert the way you're thinking about it. If that makes sense.
So I only really need to block off this, that, and the one up top.
Yeah.
Wait. No. Okay. So it'll blink anyway. And I see. Oh, okay.
And they give you some. They kind of
nice
give you some hints, and that is actually crucial later on when you're you come up against way more complicated rule sets than this. Than a couple of which I still have not figured out. And it's kind of infuriating. But having it tell you, at least give you that red blink and say, okay, here's what you got wrong, gives you some information to work with.
No, that won't work because...
I would just say, you've been kind of sectioning the white ones off so far, but if you just kind of do the opposite,
sure,
section the black ones off, that is another way to go with it. And you're done.
Yeah, okay.
And again, like, there's just another set of puzzles. That,
Yeah, that's not like it necessarily says like, okay, here's a door opening and a man coming out and saying, welcome to space.
Yeah.
It's just like...
That's later.
Yeah.
But that type of puzzle's in the minority. Like, you know, they're kind of tutorial heavy up front here to explain a lot of stuff to you.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, this is about where we were.
Yeah. But by and large, almost all the puzzles you interact with are going to do something in the world. They're going to push you forward. At this point, you're kind of free. Like, looking back on my time with this game now, like, you're kind of free to explore. Like, you can get to just about anything on this entire island right now. The game is incredibly non-linear. Really, like, honestly, the only thing really gating your progress is your knowledge, you know? What you're equipped to solve.
Sure, right. Oh, look at that.
Yep, right?
Cookies and cream. Art. Or is it?
It's up to the viewer, right?
I think these are bongs.
Then they're definitely art.
Good, meaty footsteps.
Yeah, right? Well, there's not a lot of sound work in this game. Like, it's pretty much footsteps and wind. So at least they made really good footsteps.
I hear that was the original name for the game. But yeah, so I'm not like picking stuff up ever. It's just like, I'm looking for puzzle panels.
The only thing you can do with this entire game to interact with the world is pop that cursor up and solve puzzles. But that said, there are a lot of things you can do in this game.
Yeah.
A lot. It's really hard to talk about this game.
Sure.
And like convey my enthusiasm for it without just saying a bunch of crazy stuff that would ruin a bunch of surprises. You know?
Right.
And I don't want to do that. And like Jonathan Blow very clearly does not want people to do that. And I can understand why. So
I mean, that is the game.
It is literally the game. But in fact, I almost kind of want to stop you at this point and maybe just like walk around the island and show you some stuff that's not going to give anything away. You're down with that?
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't want to get too much deeper into specific mechanics here.
Yeah, here, take the controller.
Because you're very much getting to the point where you're going to start activating things and opening things up and that kind of thing.
And that's the whole point of the game. So yeah, no sense in kind of spoiling that stuff.
Right. Like the value of the game is in discovering how things work and like how many damn secrets there are and how deep they go in this game, which is very deep.
So walk around for a few minutes here.
Let's just kind of like walk around and look at how goddamn pretty it is. The thing I was gonna say though is like you like Braid, right?
Yes.
Like a lot of people like Braid. This game, to my mind, this game shares the exact same sensibilities as Braid does. Like in the sense that it can go from making you feel like a genius to making you feel like an idiot.
Right.
Like, and back again, like very rapidly. Like it's got that sort of thing.
Yeah, like it changes the rules on you, and you immediately don't understand what it's trying to show you, and then the minute you get it, you're like, oh, well, okay.
Like you smack your forehead, or you feel utterly brilliant when you figure some stuff out. You know, it's divided up into like kind of basically different biomes. You know, it's like, oh, here's the desert.
Yeah.
Like in talking to like the couple of people I've been talking to who have also been playing this game, like you kind of come up with like a shorthand for it's like, what did you do on like the third puzzle in the castle or in the forest?
See, it just needs like that Halo 5 call-out stuff of just like, we're in the blue tent. We're over by the steakhouse. You know, just like, they just need to name that stuff. And
guys running the flag.
If there was a Space Marine here to tell you.
They're running the flag through the swamp.
Yeah.
How do I get off here? I just walk down. See, like...
Those types of limitations. I mean, maybe you're not supposed to be down there ever, right? Or
no, you totally are.
Well,
I just had to find the way to get around.
I guess like that's...
There are some spots, I mean, you can see there's a straight up mountain over there. So like there are spots where you could fall off and maybe get yourself in a place you'd get stuck or something. That might have been their concern.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are a couple things about this. They're very minor, but there are a couple things that do bug me. Like a few, not all, but a few of the puzzle sequences, kind of like you were just doing, there are cases where failing a puzzle will deactivate it and force you to just go back and resolve the one you just did to reactivate it and make it solvable again. It seems utterly senseless.
Huh.
I don't understand what the thought process was behind that, because it's just tedious. That doesn't pop up very often, but when it does and when you're stuck, it's like the most egregious example that I could think of was a puzzle that I was actually stuck on for a couple days, and every time I failed it, it would reset the entire sequence of puzzles before it, and I would have to resolve like 3 other puzzles, just kind of mindlessly. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a weird
it's
thing.
the puzzles you've already solved.
Yeah,
that's.
it's not a big deal, but it's just one of those things where it's like, why?
It's like was it a desire to have some kind of penalty for failure?
Maybe, but it doesn't add anything.
Right.
I don't really know what else to do but walk around and look at stuff because I don't want to give too much away.
But it sounds like this game goes places.
I love that.
We're looking at this island. It's a nice looking island, but it seems like there's stuff in this game.
I love the hell out of this game. It is super impressive. Like I just like over and over, just like one aha moment after another. Super satisfying.
Does it necessarily convey information about the nature of the world itself?
Not especially. That's kind of maybe the least exciting aspect of the game to me. There are audio recorders scattered around the world.
Okay.
That you can listen to if you choose.
And does it tell you about why you're on this island and why you're drawing energy on these screens?
100% of the... This is not even any kind of spoiler, it's just what the game is. Like 100% of the recorders that I found to date just contain like quotes from various like physicists and religious leaders, philosophers. Like it's
so it's something that like someone will eventually piece together a meaning out of a lot of that stuff.
Potentially, there's also
I can solve that puzzle. That one you're looking at.
Yeah,
I got that one.
Oh yeah, what do you think? Hang on.
Wait, no, I'm lost. There we go.
That was.
Oh man.
Kind of
useful. Okay, I see. All right. Just when you thought you had figured it out, there were 2 puzzles.
That is the story of this fucking game. Is like you rack your brain trying to figure out something that's super not obvious, and just as you get it, you run into something way worse.
Right.
Constantly.
Oh man, wow. Okay.
Right. So
yeah. Now I kind of want you to not play any more of this game,
right?
Because
like this is kind of as far as I want to go. Like shit like this starts happening.
Oh whoa! So you can't draw the so where you are standing determines. Oh, dude.
And dude, this is like this is the most basic example of how this game subverts its own rules.
Yeah. All right.
And does crazy stuff with what you can interact with, and like.
And it sounds like it's super long.
It is also very long. I really wish it had an in-game timer, just because I would love to know how much time I've spent on it. But I would say I'm easily 20 plus hours in, and I'm like. Maybe halfway to finishing, like, I wouldn't even call it the story.
I was going to say, how do you know? Are there stats somewhere? Does it keep some kind of...
The only stat, I hope this shouldn't give anything away. Like, you can look at your save files and see how many you've solved, and that's kind of it.
+1.
I don't want to, best to move on.
Oh boy.
Right.
All right, I'll play this.
He's come out and said, Jonathan Blow has given some interviews in the last few days and has come out and said how many puzzles there are in the game, which is just under 700. Or that's like discrete panels, I guess, or what count as puzzles in this game. So it's like 670 something puzzles. And then he also gave an interview. Also, there's this kind of thing going on.
Oh,
on a regular basis.
Okay.
So, make of that what you will.
Just hanging out.
There's a fair amount of that. And that stuff you could tie that sort of thing into like I said, the kind of famous quotations that I mentioned.
Right, yeah.
But the game doesn't really go out of its way to like take a stance on the stuff that it includes in that vein, if that makes sense. Like,
or at least it hasn't in your what you've seen so far.
I haven't actually finished the game yet, so I can't say
it may
for
wrap
sure.
up with all kinds of
That may go somewhere at this point, but like, or at that point, but as of now, it feels a little bit aimless to me, the philosophical aspect of the game. But we'll see.
I would say that was a not uncommon reaction to Braid until people had pieced it all together.
Absolutely,
so,
Braid does have that super crazy 11th hour reveal. So
I think that
there may be actually there's a bit more to this game than I've seen in that sense. But the thing I was going to say, like in addition to how many puzzles are in the game, he came out in an interview a couple days ago and said, there are these different areas that I mentioned in the game. Like it's very visibly divided up into like desert and forest and that stuff.
Yeah.
You can finish a subset of those areas and then quote unquote beat the game. So there's like, there's X number of those areas in the game, but you only have to beat like a little over half of them.
Yeah.
To actually.
There's definitely a critical path.
Right. Well, no, but actually that path can vary because it doesn't matter which areas you
okay.
solve.
So it's almost like a Mario 64. Like get
Yes.
this number of
Yep.
stars,
That
you
is
can unlock
100%
the
it.
final.
Yep. You just have to finish the right number of them
Got it.
to access the last area.
Okay.
And I've seen where that is. I don't know what's in there yet, but I'm trying to think what else is like safe to look at here. It's like hearing your reaction to just that little bit of stuff you just saw a couple minutes ago, like makes me feel like I shouldn't show much more of this.
Let's stop. Let's just stop
Because you know,
it's a lot of wires.
yeah.
So you got to go somewhere to power that thing up, and then send power out of it, and then all right, you got to get up that tower and do. That's a. Okay.
That probably means something.
I don't know.
Who could say?
Who could say?
Man, there's so much shit I could just go show you right now.
No,
But I'm absolutely not going to.
Yeah.
Like again, like if you like what you've seen of this game, like it is the literal tip of the iceberg.
Okay, yeah.
There is so much more to this game than what we've seen in this quick look. In terms of just like crazy puzzle solutions and rule sets and like things that you have to intuit.
All right. Well, it's
things that subvert themselves.
It's good to know what this is.
It is very
like
much.
I said, the last time I saw it was the last time you saw it
Right.
when I watched you play those
Right.
early parts of the game, and it was just like, really? I mean, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm just walking up to these puzzle panels and just solving puzzles, like at some point, like take the island out and just give me a puzzle game.
Right. No, it is so much more than that.
Okay.
The island is crucial. Don't take anything in this game for granted. Like anything.
All right.
If that makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't, but someday it probably
It
will.
absolutely will once you get to the point where I'm at or further. Like I will just say, like I would say potentially no detail about the way the environment is constructed is meaningless. Like potentially anything could be relevant to what you're doing.
Okay. Good to know.
This game is I think is genuinely pretty incredible. Like anything I might complain about is really pretty minor in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
I think like if you hated Braid and the way Braid was constructed and the way Braid communicated information and asked you to do things and figure things out, you might not like it so much.
Right.
But if you were into that at all, I think this game is like even like way more interesting than that one.
Huh. Cool. I did not expect there to be necessarily like a direct. I wouldn't necessarily expect there to be an A to B kind of Braid to witness sort of thing like that.
It just feels the
yeah.
same, you know,
Yeah.
in the way that like the vague objectives in Braid were pretty obvious, but like how you got there was super not. This game is very much like that. And I could just walk around in it all day and look at it, but I guess we should probably stop here.
Yeah. Okay.
If you remotely like what you've seen in this, like there's so much more to it than that I say just fucking play it. It's a great game.
Okay.
All right.
I will.
Thanks for witnessing.
I will witness on my own.
Continue to witness on your own time.
Done.
All right. Thanks,
See ya.
Jeff.